it's all messed up. It still came on or whatever, but literally submitted the listing, and by the time the page refreshed, it had already sold. So our store, you should follow our store because we've had 3.5 years of reselling experience, mainly on eBay. We have 13,000 items in our eBay store. We're projecting to do $500,000 in sales, mainly men's and women's used and pre-owned clothing. And we have a lot of repeat customers, so we feel like that's a good sign that we're at least doing something right. People are willing to come back and shop with us. So it's all messed up. It still came on or whatever, but literally I submitted the listing, and by the time the page refreshed, it had already sold. Like it,
Oh,
it
wow.
came up. I didn't even have a listing. I just had one sold item. And I'm like, what in the world? So that took me down this path of like trying to figure out, okay, what was it? And I determined that like an $8 piece, would replace the glass on the back of this phone. And so I started to kind of do some research, and I figured out how to fix phones that were cracked and broken. And I took on this like little side hustle of finding, old phones on Craigslist. At that time, there wasn't really a Facebook marketplace, or if there was, it was very limited. And I started fixing iPhones. And so I did that for probably 6 months or so until like the next generation of phones came out, and it just became too complicated for me to fix. So I got into some coins later after that. I got really into like collecting some coins and trying to sell coins. That was a really tough go because the margins on coins are very, very tight, very limited. And the market's really determined. Like it's hard to find a coin that's very valuable that you can buy that somebody else doesn't already know what the value is. So, but I did that for a little while, and then really I didn't mess with reselling for a long time.